All righty, here we go now. Making Putin pay. The White House sanctioning Russia over the death of Alexei Navalny. The new penalties described as crushing. But are they really? A closer look at that as we begin now on a Friday morning. Hello there. I'm Bill Hemmer. Welcome. End of the week. Nice to see you.
End of the week?
Actually, really, no. It's not the end of the week.
No, not because we got work to do. And there is South Carolina primary. We will be here for that. And I'm Dana Perino. This is America's Newsroom, and we're happy to be with you this morning. The sanctions target Russia's military supply chain. They come amid a spike in hostilities between Washington and Moscow.
President Biden, the U.S. President Biden, has made a rude remark about you again.
Rude?
Rude, yes. I don't want to quote it, but he is the United States president. He called you a crazy son of a...
Listen, we talked not long ago, and you asked who would be preferred as future president of the United States. I said that we would work with any president, but I suppose that for us, for Russia, Biden is more preferable.
So you got that, and the sanctions also coincide with a 2-year anniversary, the start of Russia's war with Ukraine. That will be this weekend, 2 years ago. Critics suggesting a lack of American strength is prolonging the conflict.
It's sort of an open secret that our sanctions haven't been nearly as effective as they were expected to be and as we announced them to be. There's 2 reasons for that. One is the administration itself, and this administration has had an open valve here in not being as effective as they should be.
Brett Baird traveled to Ukraine this week for an exclusive interview with President Volodymyr Zelensky. We will talk to him about that in just a moment. But first, let's go to Jackie Heinrich. She's at the White House. Hi, Jackie.
Good morning, Dana. It is being billed by the administration as the most crushing single round of sanctions yet, not only targeting individuals connected to Alexei Navalny's death, but also Russia's defense industrial base and its network of backdoor entities that it has used to evade sanctions. Up until now, the Biden administration has tried to target Russia's economy in a way that would become apparent over time, including enacting trade restrictions to block the flow of technology and equipment important to Russia's military, sanctioning central banks, and capping oil prices, but it hasn't been very effective. China, India, and Brazil have bought cheap Russian oil in record amounts, and Russia's used that money to prop up its war machine and stimulate its economy. The U.S. has avoided friction with countries partnering with Russia and also failed to confront countries like Turkey and the UAE, who are serving as alternative supply chain middlemen for technology banned by U.S. sanctions.
If Jake Sullivan wants to announce additional sanctions against Russia, that's great. We're all for that. But you know what the Biden administration needs to answer is why they haven't enforced the current sanctions that have allowed the Russians to grow their economy and rebuild their military-industrial complex. This was a decision President Biden made, and it's been detrimental to the war in Ukraine.
Yesterday, Biden met with Navalny's widow, Yulia, and daughter, Dasha, in California and briefly spoke to the press. In his remarks, he mistakenly referred to Yulia as Yolanda.
As to state the obvious, he was a man of incredible courage. And it's amazing how his wife and daughter are emulating that. Yolanda she's going to continue the fight he had underway. So we're not letting up.
We are expecting the sanctions list from the Treasury Department later this morning. The president has also cited Navalny's death and Russia's brutality as another reason that Congress needs to pass more aid for Ukraine. Dana.
Okay, Jackie, thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.